Hi, this is Jenna.
And this is Heather.
And this is Conspiracies Unlocked. We have been so busy with our kids starting school. Guys, summer is over.
It went by so fast. I'm so sad.
Dun, dun, dun. But we did have fun. We went to Legoland, to the water park.
I took the kids kayaking.
We went to the Haunted Mansion premiere.
Yes. What else did we do this summer?
I don't know, but...
Oh, escape rooms.
We did the escape room 2 weeks ago. That was so much fun.
That was so fun. I loved it. I want to go back to that one, but it's like we already did it.
It was an Alice in Wonderland themed escape room, and we had so much fun, and I haven't done one in years, and it was just me and Heather, and there was no... Usually when I go, I have like a smarter person with me. And I did not have a smarter person.
I think I did okay. It was my first escape room, and I didn't really understand. I know what you're supposed to do, the concept, but I just didn't realize how we were gonna do it.
How you were gonna escape?
I didn't really know what to expect, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and I'm horrible prepping and people for things. I'm just just do it, you'll figure it out. I don't know how to explain things.
Yeah.
I really suck at directions and prepping people. I'm just you'll figure it out, it'll be fine.
I just remember laying on the ground staring at the floor because it was upside down.
Yeah, the ceiling, which was the floor.
Yeah, and I was just counting the mushrooms. Forever counting mushrooms, trying to figure out.
I know.
And then the bones, I'm like, what are the bones symbolizing? There was this box with bones in it.
Yeah, but we had to unlock the box with the bones in it. What did the bones do to unlock another box, right?
No, the bones were just supposed to tell you to look up at the mushrooms on the ceiling that had bones next to them.
That was so stupid.
Supposed to be like an arrow.
Yeah.
But it was just 20 bones randomly, different sizes.
That's
so I was
weird.
Okay, there's 3 small, there's 3 medium.
I know.
I thought it was going to be numbers for the next.
Yeah, there were clocks were all over the walls. It was pretty gnarly. But anyways, so we had that fun experience.
And then I took Finley and Isla to an escape room, and that one was all spelling and math.
Oh, really?
That's how you got it. It was the... Well, it doesn't ruin if you want to do it because you'll figure it out when you get there, but it's Dreamscape.
Yeah.
And it's all spelling and math. So if you're good at spelling and math, you'll get it fast.
Oh, that's cool. So then me and Brad should do that because he's good at math and I'm good at spelling.
Mm-hmm. And there's other little things you have to find that are hidden and little things, but the main thing of it is spelling and math. If you're not a very good speller or if you're not really good at math, then you might struggle.
Huh.
So, but it was fun. We escaped with 5 minutes to spare. So.
Which is better than we did. They stopped the clock on us, I think, just to make us feel better.
No, actually, on our picture, it had the time
I know, but I had already seen they stopped the clock. We were so close. We were very close, but they stopped the clock a minute before, because I think she knew how close we were, so they just, let it be.
Yeah.
Anyways, while we've been saying goodbye to summer and we've been getting the kids ready for school and dealing with all of that, the fires in Hawaii happened, and there's been so much controversy and conspiracies surrounding those.
Yeah, there's been a lot of speculation going around about what caused the fires. There's well, I don't know if it's really speculation, but the true numbers of people that are deceased and missing is still ongoing. The numbers are changing every day. And there's just a lot of questions, I think, more than answers, too.
For sure. And, of course, we're seeing all the, was this planned? Was this on purpose? Was this to get money to get the land from the people in Lahaina that were not selling their land and all that. But what was interesting that I heard that I had never heard of before are DEWs, which are stand for direct...
Yeah, so they are the direct energy weapon, and they are lasers that use energy fired at the speed of light to damage or destroy a specific target.
Yes. So I had never heard of this before. Have you?
I had not heard of direct energy weapons before.
No, I'd never heard of that term, so I wanted to look further into that. Do you want to talk about all of the... we'll talk about the videos on YouTube and all of that, right?
The viral,
the viral images and videos that we have seen. Mm-hmm. And then we'll get into, like, what it is.
Okay,
Yeah, okay.
So there's...
I think that's how we should do it. We kind of threw this episode together.
No, that's perfect. So there are 4 viral images, and some of the images have been going around, they have all been going around now, and they are viral because people are claiming that this is what started the Maui fires in Lahaina. So one of the images that's going around, it is an airplane. And the airplane has like a sphere at the nose of the airplane. Mm-hmm. And it is called a Boeing YAL-1. It is actually an image of an airborne laser test bed weapon system, which is a megawatt class chemical oxygen iodine laser known as a COIL.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's going around,
and that's a real
thing. It's
a real item, but
yeah, it looks like a plane or
And was that plane actually over Lahaina?
There's no evidence that it was. No.
Okay, so it's just an image of this plane that is a real plane.
And it's been going around because it has this laser capacity in the front.
Yeah.
So people are thinking, oh, it's a DEW because it's that's what they used. But what that actually is, it was not used in Lahaina. It actually is something that they used to. It was. Sorry. It is a modified military Boeing 747, to be specific. That's what I was trying to spit out of my mouth. It was primarily designed as a missile defense system to destroy tactical ballistic missiles while in the boost phase. It was designed way back in 2004. So people are like kind of resurfacing these old images saying that it's with that, but this is way back in 2004, way long before this just happened.
19 years ago.
Yeah, and it was designed by the U.S. Department of Defense, and it was actually retired though. So it's already been retired. It was retired on September 25th, 2014, and the primary user was the U.S. Air Force. It did do some test fires on airborne targets in 2007, January 2010, and the last one being February 2010. And it did destroy 2 test missiles, but the funding was cut in 2010. The program was canceled in December 2011, and it was actually scrapped for parts that were usable back in September 2014.
So what's interesting is that on my investigations, I found some interesting information about the DEW, and it kind of picks up, the history picks up right at 2014, which is when they started to make prototypes. They made prototypes to counter drone missions. So they were trying to attack the drones, and the goal is obviously to stop the missiles. in 2018, the National Defense Strategy, which is part of the DoD, spent $1 billion annually on research and development in 3 years. So that's $3 billion in 2018. They came forward and said that. And I did all of my research just off of the U.S. Government Accountability Office website, and that's gao.gov. I just want to say that now, I'm just so you know where I'm getting all of my information. That's it. I couldn't believe that all the information that I do have is just there.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much that is searchable. It amazes me that people don't research and just believe memes and media and whatever. If anybody that says anything, I don't understand why people don't research. I mean, it's here. So regardless if the government is lying to us or not, it's there to disprove the media or disprove, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I mean, it's really easy for someone to say, this image is from this, and then if you
everybody believes it.
Yeah, and if you really, because the thing is I think what it is with our society. Think about the reels that get a lot of views. They're really short. They're really fast. You're just like scrolling, and if it's like interesting, you're gonna stop. And the thing is,
it's like clickbait.
It's clickbait. Yeah, it's clickbait. That's really all it is clickbait.
But people are like believing the clickbait instead of, or they're just listening. Like, it's like before reels, before all this, you would read like a headline. Yeah. And that was like the clickbait, you know? And you'd read the headline and you would think that you knew what the article, it would be a good summarization of what the article was going to say. Now,
this
the article misleading. Is all, the headline is always misleading.
Yeah.
It never matches what the article is about. It makes it sound like people are dead and nobody died.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird.
Because they want you to read their article, so it's marketing, and it's not good because it's
really shitty journalism.
It's false.
Yeah. Anyways, I can't believe, like, just us doing this podcast and stuff and just realizing, like, how much is really on the internet that's available. That, like, the government is confirming these, like, UFOs or like, just different things. The government it's there.
You just have to know where to look
fighting.
For it, too.
Like, people fight over this shit, and it's right there. Like, I don't know. Anyways,
people
moving forward.
People have to take the time to want to go and take the extra step of... You could watch a viral video, and then you have to take the extra step and be like, okay, is that even... What is that? You know?
So, like, I don't know. That was my rant for this evening.
It was a good rant, though.
Yeah. I'm just, like, it just amazes me. So back to your viral videos and stuff.
That was, and I'll post the images. So, because I'm like I'm miming with my hands, you know, what it looks like, you know.
Yeah.
But I'll post the image of what that looks like, so that way everyone can kind of see what we're talking about. There's also 3 very viral images. They are following the Maui fires, and, you know, they did go viral, showing laser beams that are spreading across social media, all different platforms, all social media. Most people are claiming it to be evidence of the origin of the Maui fires. So they're saying this is the origin.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's debunked. It's not true, and I'm going to tell you why.
Which, they look so good nowadays, too, that I'm just amazed at how good they, you know, like, the AI and everything has gotten really good.
I was like, where is she going with this? You're like, it's gotten really good. I'm like, what?
Just the images and stuff.
Yeah, but no, these are actual images of things that really happened. But they're just not associated with the Maui.
Oh, I see.
So they're not AI images.
I saw the one where it was like the beam was going straight down.
Yeah.
All that's real?
It's real.
Images just somewhere else.
They're all real. They're just older images that have resurfaced. But they're real images.
God. Oh, I thought they were AI images.
They're not AI.
Oh,
no.
That's crazy.
They're actually true images. And the first image is from and I'm going to post in order, like, first, second, third, so that way they all depict what looks like a laser burning something.
Yeah.
You know, either like ground or like it's or just like an explosion or something. That's what it looks like. So the first image is actually from January 2018, and it is titled, because all the images have titles of what they truly are. It is a controlled burn at Cannington Refinery in Ohio.
That's crazy.
So it was a controlled burn.
So they
really were burning something, but it was not the Maui fires.
That's lies. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the source for that is the Canton Repository. I'm trying to read what I wrote because it's like chicken scratch. The second image is actually from SpaceX. So it's from May 2018. It is a time lapse of a rocket launch in California.
Shut up.
Yeah, so it looks like a beam of light, but it's just a time lapse of the rocket shooting up.
And then they probably reversed it, or
no, it's just an image. It's not a video. So it just, if you take a time lapse and it's just a straight line,
up. Yeah.
and you know how bright it is when a rocket takes off. You
Yeah.
have all that exhaust or whatever. You know, the boosters and everything is going wild, and it's like fire. It literally is fire and everything. Yeah. And that's all that is. It's just a SpaceX photograph.
Oh my god.
It's not do. It sounds so weird to say do.
I know. I keep wanting to say wed.
It's not a do. It's not a do.
Yeah, it is. It's a D-E-W. Do.
It's not a do. It's not a do. The third image is actually a video. And it is a viral video.
That's the one that I think I've probably seen.
On TikTok.
Yeah.
It's from May 2023. So it's the most recent. Very recent. But what it is depicting, and what it really was a transformer explosion due to strong wind. So it was like a transformer exploding. It wasn't...
What's a transformer?
A transformer is not from the movie Transformers
with
like a car.
A
transformer is
like electric stuff, right?
Yeah, we should probably Google exactly what a transformer is. I know it's like a big box. It's like a box with electrical stuff in it.
Yeah, I
don't know exactly if it what part of, if it connects to like the city electric grid, or if it connects to, I don't know if it has to do with like.
All I got was a bunch of pictures of like electronic like things, and then transformers like Bumblebee and shit. A transformer is defined as a passive electrical device that transfers electrical energy from one circuit to another through the process of electromagnetic induction.
Yeah, but I think it's like those big they're huge boxes.
Oh,
you
like
see
the
them
green
in the
boxes?
City.
Yeah, the green boxes and the white boxes,
and they connect to the power grid somehow.
Yeah.
And that's what I
didn't know that's what those were called.
I mean, I think that's what it is.
I think you're right.
Yeah, and so those two images, well, three, because including the plane and the video, they do not show any evidence at all that a direct energy weapon started the fires in Maui, because they're all from separate occasions, dates and times, and everything. It's not even, has nothing to do with Maui at all.
That's so interesting that people would just take it and link it to their, like, this is how rumors start. Like, what the fuck?
And I mean,
stop it, people.
We're not saying the technology's not out there. We know direct energy weapons are a real thing.
Yes, and we will get into that right now.
But it's not those viral images. You cannot believe, you cannot trust that.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing about the Maui fires that I just thought was worth noting is that there are approximately 850 people plus missing, and they know of 100 that have died, but that was the beginning stages. Now they're saying there's over 1,500 people that are actually missing. So it's like horrible.
Scary. Yeah, it's such
devastating.
a small island. I mean, the population isn't even that in Lahaina. The city is not that large, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, and my cousin used to
have-
live in Lahaina.
Yeah,
a long
it's
time
12,000
ago, but-
people, so yeah, over 1,000 people, that's 10% of their population is gone.
Mm-hmm. And the thing that was very interesting for me when I first saw those videos going around, I was one of those people that was kind of like, wait, what? We need to do an episode on this? Like, are they really
too.
doing that? Because when I looked at the cars, they appeared that they were just, like, melted.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? How hot does it have to
and
get?
then looking at the palm trees, the trees and stuff that were still green. And Brad, I showed Brad, my husband, those images, and he had said, oh, palm trees, all of the, like,
fronds or palms?
Yeah, the palm fronds.
I know what you mean.
Whatever it is, those go up really quickly, but the actual base of palm trees, they don't burn. Like, they just don't.
They're
like,
really
They're
thick.
really, like, thick, and they take forever, but, like, all the, so that's why they're still standing. And he's like, that doesn't, palm trees don't burn down. Like,
but I also saw, well, if you really look closely, because it's like a lot of aerial footage.
Yeah.
So what's really going to stand out is all the ash, obviously, because it's devastating to see, like, everything just kind of flattened in a sense, you know what I mean? Like, it's just level.
Yeah.
But if you really look, there are a lot of structures that were not necessarily structures like buildings, but there's a lot of, like, railings and things that you would think would be burnt. There's, like, trash cans and
But they're
other
not.
random cars and just other random stuff that also did not get burnt.
So I will tell you that where I grew up in 2003, there was a major, like, wildfire in San Diego that we'd never had wildfires like
in 2009,
this one. 2003.
Oh, 2003.
It was the first one. The 2009 ones were later, but like the 2003, it was like I'd never been through anything like that, and I was 17, so I was still like younger, but like I would have remembered it if I was 8 and there's a fire coming over the hill.
Yeah, you're not going to forget that.
So my house almost got burned down, but my friend Ashley's house did get burned down.
Oh.
And the way that it went, and she was just like down the street from me, but it was really random because it went like this house was burnt down, but this house wasn't touched. This house, they'd just be right next to each other in a row of houses. Half them would be gone, half them would still be there. And so like the house next to her didn't burn, but the house on the other side of hers did. Across the street burnt, but not the house next to that one. You know what I mean? It was so just random the way that it went. And, like, we're not just saying, oh, it got burnt a little bit. There was no more walls left at her house.
It's just
like, it just down.
Leveled.
Yeah, fucking leveled. And then the house next to hers is fine. I mean, probably smoke damage or some shit, but fine.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, but isn't that crazy?
I think it has to do with, like, the wind and the amber, what are the embers?
Embers and all that,
and
yeah.
how they flow.
So, like, to see, so I had that image because I saw that firsthand, like, and the fires came up to my fence and were right there, but my neighbor stayed back when he wasn't allowed to and, like, fought off the fire at our house and his house, or else we'd have been, or else I would have lost my house too.
Yeah.
And so to see it, when I was looking at those images, I'm like, no, I've seen it firsthand how a fire can just jump like that, like, and it doesn't, there's no rhyme or reason, and it just, it'll hit this house but not this house, this car but not that car, this. So I had that thought as well, like, oh, this is totally plausible because I've already seen this happen.
Well, you know, there's another conspiracy about the laser beam itself, if it was from a laser beam.
Oh, yeah?
So, the other claim is that the direct energy weapon laser can be altered with different colors. For example, certain colors emit different energy rays and interact with different colors on this color spectrum.
Yeah.
So some colors might be more resistant or reflective and maybe protecting, you know, like unknowing, like it doesn't know it's being protected, but it's like protected because it, for whatever reason, I don't know the science
or whatever. I'm going to get into that.
You're going to get
bit.
it. Okay,
a
good.
A little bit, not.
No, good.
Because I didn't. Yeah.
Because I didn't go on a deep dive, so I'm glad you have more. But that's kind of like the science behind it. You'll get into it more. But going back to how we were talking about how things were burned and not burned.
Yeah.
There was another conspiracy about blue. The color blue. Mm-hmm. Everyone was saying, oh, well, why are these blue umbrellas completely not burned.
Yeah.
But the house is all around and everything is burnt. But the umbrellas are fine. And it's just like cloth.
Yeah.
You know? And then there was a blue car, or a couple blue cars that were not
All
burnt.
I can hear is the Blue Dapadita song.
I know.
My blue car and my blue house.
Everything is blue. And then a video that I saw, it shows like different shades of yellow, red, orange, blue, green, and white. And then it has like, and this is the source is the tax advocate, which I think was like on TikTok or either Facebook, I'm not sure, I don't remember, but it was like a social media, and it just was like the laser showing how it was pointing the laser at the different colors, and some colors would burn more than others, and it was just trying to kind of go with that narrative of, hey, look, blue is not burning at all. I don't know why. I wasn't there. I don't know how they did the control on that. You know, it was just a quick video, but that's going around. So the thing about the blue umbrellas, trash cans, everything seemingly untouched, even the trees, different structures. The specific royal blue, they're dubbing, per this source, the tax advocate, the Mother Mary blue. And apparently there's rumors since October of 2022 that celebrities have been painting their houses this shade of blue. And that's why their houses didn't burn down in Maui.
That's funny.
And if you want to... Now, I don't know if these people...
Because I was already thinking, I'm like, well, whatever shade that is, we should definitely get everything in that color.
Yeah, it's like a royal blue. I know, yeah. And then, so the last thing I want to add, because I want to hear more about what you have with the science behind it, is the people's homes that live there, like the big names, you know?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if their houses are blue. I didn't look into it, but they're speculating that their houses
really
are
quick
blue.
on the people that supposedly live there and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the fake, like talking about fake images and stuff. There's a photo circulating around that is supposedly Bill Gates' Lahaina home, and Bill Gates does not have a home on Maui.
Okay.
The picture that is circulating around is a brown house, brown and tan, like brown, like beige colors.
Yeah.
It is his house. However, that house is located in Washington. Okay. So it's not even in... It is his house, but it's not even in
there.
Maui. Yeah, it's just like your stuff where like, oh, it's true.
Yeah.
But it's like wrong place.
And it's
wrong time.
It's
wrong
the wrong
situation.
color. It should be blue if it's in Lahaina. Like, if this is like real, you know, I don't think it is, but I'm just saying. So, there's another viral image going around, and this is just an untouched home in Lahaina. I'll post a picture of it. It's just interesting because it's a 100-year-old wooden red. It's not blue. This kind of debunks it a little bit. It's a 100-year-old wooden red Lahaina house, and it's going viral for not being burnt down while all the other around. But it's not blue. The roof is red.
And do you know why? Because it's freaking 100 years old and had a lot of ancestors protecting that shit.
But it's not blue.
No, and you know what? Oprah Winfrey's house, I just Googled it right now, is, it even says that she...
is it blue?
It's calling it a humble gray farmhouse.
Oh, it's gray.
And so it's not blue either.
Yeah.
So that totally debunks that completely.
So the millionaires that I found, or not millionaires, these are all millionaires, but the billionaires, because people are drawing a lot of attention to the billionaires because they're like, oh, they're the ones trying to do the
millionaires
land.
are nobody anymore, by the way. That's the new hundredaire.
Oh, yeah,
like thousandaire. Sure. Like, they're just useless. You need billions to be anybody now.
Well, for land grabs
just
and
so
stuff.
You know.
So we
the value of $1 has gone down so significantly that millionaires, like, those are a dime a dozen, right?
Aren't we all supposed to be millionaires by now?
I feel like we're supposed to.
I'm definitely supposed to be a millionaire by now.
Definitely.
So we have in the billionaire club, that again, this is not a full list. This is just a list that I found.
Oh my gosh, Oprah's only worth $2.8 billion.
2.8.
Yeah, I thought she was. Remember, I was like, I think she's worth like 280 billion or something.
She can give me like $500 million. She'll still be good.
I know, right? I mean, I don't know. She should maybe instead of helping, like, you know, I don't know who the fuck she helps, but how about she just splits it up between Americans and we can each get $1 billion.
She can just sponsor our podcast. Hey, Oprah.
Oprah,
you get a sponsorship. You get a sponsorship.
Why can't that happen?
She's all, you get a Starbucks. You get a Starbucks. No, we get $1 billion. But yeah, so we have Oprah, Jeff Bezos, Zuckerberg, and I don't know who this is, but then you might know Peter Thiel. I don't know if I said that right. I might not have said that right.
How do you spell the last name?
Thiel.
It looks like he is a German-American entrepreneur. That's why he's a co-founder of PayPal.
Oh, there you go.
That's why you don't know him, because he's like the face behind the PayPal that we use all the time.
And then we have our millionaires who could be billionaires. Well, you know, I don't know. We got Paul Simon.
Paul Simon? Isn't he like a famous something?
He's a singer, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Steven Tyler.
Ooh, all the singers.
Willie Nelson.
How's Roseanne doing? No, but she's on the Big Island.
I don't know where her house is. You should look
her house. I've been to it. On the outside gate. I found it when I was there. On the Big Island.
You're like, I've been to her house.
I've been there. I have a picture of me outside of her gate at the call box with security being like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God, Roseanne, if you ever want to do a collab, I love your podcast.
Oh my gosh.
You need to,
Roseanne,
we need to talk together.
I was like losing my shit in Hawaii. I'm like, Roseanne is on this island. And I was like, let's go to the gas station by her house. And I sat there and then I was like, let's go eat at the place. And I sat there and I just kept waiting for her to like drive by, come in, do something. I was like stalker status. Like, and I was with Brad's like family and I just met them like, I don't know, a month before. And they're like, let's go do something else in Hawaii. And I'm like, I'm fine. Come pick me up later. I want to stay here and wait for Roseanne. She'll be here.
She's like in another country.
I know. She's not even there.
She's not even there. It's like her summer home.
I know, right? Oh my gosh.
But I didn't even know she had a podcast, and then since we've been doing this, I've been seeing little clips of hers like pop up.
I didn't know either. I need to listen to it.
I need to watch it.
I would love it. I know that I would love it.
I've just seen little snippets.
Did Willie Nelson's house burn down?
None of these houses burned down to my knowledge. Owen Wilson.
All these people have Maui houses. How big is Maui?
Clint Eastwood. These are big names. Stevie Nicks.
Clint Eastwood's son.
Clint Eastwood and his son.
Dude, can
Hubba.
Hi.
Hubba. I love Clint Eastwood. Like, I grew up watching his movies with my dad and my grandpa and, like, all that. Like,
at least you got Clint Eastwood. You know who I got? John Wayne.
John Wayne? I grew up with John Wayne, too. My grandpa loves John Wayne. And like, literally in my grandma and grandpa's houses, there's, like, pictures of, like, John Wayne on the wall and shit.
That same with my dad. Did you see I still have his coffee mug. Have you seen the John Wayne coffee mug?
I grew up watching
I have that, and then
so
I Love
many
Lucy
Westerns.
for my mom.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yes, same. I grew up watching I Love Lucy, all the Westerns. If you lived in Valley Center, you got Channel 6, so that's what you watched. And if you wanted to watch some sci-fi, you got Star Trek. So I was a Trekkie by default, and that's probably started my love of sci-fi.
All making sense now.
It's adding up. So those are the names I got. Like I said, it's probably not a full list, but it would be very interesting to see if any of these people's houses are actually blue or not.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm trying to see, but so far I haven't hit a blue home.
Yeah, I think it could just be all speculation.
Sorry, I got sidetracked on Roseanne's house. It's not even on that fucking island. Her house is not blue.
Oh, it's not blue.
But it's not even on the island, so.
And then I wanted to ask myself this question because I thought this was, everybody's talking about they leveled Lahaina for a land grab.
Yeah.
So
that's what I always heard.
This is the thing. Who do you think is don't Google it, because you have the computer. Who is the largest landowner in Maui?
Oprah Winfrey, I already know that.
No. So, we have the state of Hawaii, of course, at 154,000 acres. Is number one, because it's their fucking state, right? But then we go to, like, the next one is Alexander and Baldwin at 65,000 acres. The third one is, dun dun dun, the U.S. government.
What?
They own over 33,000 acres.
You sure?
Yep.
Wow.
You can fact check right now.
It actually is, it's saying it's number 2.
Who? The government?
Yeah, on sfgate.com.
Well, I had Alexander and
Baldwin advertisement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's number 4. It's this might not be in order. And this was also published June 29th, 2012. It was just a quick...
Well,
you told me, do not Google it. And then I Google it.
No, I mean, I wanted you to guess first. I didn't care if you Google it after. I put it 1, 2, 3 as how big the numbers were. Like, I did 1, 2, 3.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they might, yeah. You're probably right then. This is either older, they didn't put it in order.
But I did look up what Oprah owns because there's been so much talk about Oprah trying to buy.
328,000, right?
The numbers I have here are lower, but your numbers are probably more updated. I have Oprah owns over 100 acres in Honolulu in Maui near the Haleakala. How do you say that?
I don't know. I'm just... I love the Hawaiian language.
I don't know how to say it. I don't want to say it bad.
But, yeah. That's fine. Haleakala volcano. Yeah.
By that volcano.
Don't butcher it.
Sorry, I'm really bad at pronouncing the Hawaiian words. And then she also owns 870 acres from a ranch. I say a ranch because it's a Hulu.
Oh my God.
Kia ranch.
From a ranch. Okay. Thank you for trying not to butcher the beautiful language of Hawaii. But
one of Maui's largest cattle ranches. So she owns a lot of land.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's also a billionaire, and if you're going to buy land, why not buy in Hawaii? Like, I mean, I might.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Okay.
So,
are you all done with your conspiracies?
I am,
and we're able to debunk all of them?
Let's get into it.
Get into what?
The debunking.
You already debunked it. We debunked it.
No, I thought you were going to debunk it more with science. You're doing science.
I just wanted to see what the dew was. Yeah. What's up with the dew, not the Mountain Dew?
Oh, Maui Blast. You saw that? Okay, so look it up. Okay, it's so funny because that organically just happened, and I was even gonna say it, but I was like, I don't know, it's too weird. So there is a Mountain Dew, and it is called Maui Blast, and they're saying it was pre-programmed, whatever, like to put it in your subliminal mind.
Maui Burst.
Oh, Maui Burst. Yeah. Did I say Blast?
Yeah.
And what they say? Pre-programming.
Yeah,
predictive programming.
Okay, get this. It was released exclusively in Dollar General in October 2019.
I know, but they're saying
Isn't that weird that it would only be for Dollar General?
Yeah, and then there's another one, and it is going to the blue again with like the blue stuff on The Simpsons.
Oh, it's always The Simpsons. I want to do an episode about The Simpsons and everything they predicted.
Yeah, and that one on The Simpsons, I think it was like a statue or something that did something, and it was like covered in blue, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's blue," and they're all tying it together.
Oh, because it didn't get burned down because it was blue?
Yeah, it did not get burned down, and it was blue, and it was Simpsons. So everybody's like, they always say they have to put it out.
Disney? So on Disney Plus, they actually have. So you know how The Simpsons has, I don't know, like 5,000 episodes or more.
Oh yeah.
Because they've been on the air for 55 years or so.
Forever.
For 30 episodes a season. Blah blah blah. That equals to about 1 billion episodes, right?
Yeah.
So on Disney Plus they'll have like collections. Have you been on Disney Plus?
Oh yeah, we have Disney Plus, ESPN.
Well, I just don't know how. I don't know how normal people live their lives. I just have a bunch of kids, so I'm always on Disney Plus. I don't know if normal people live their lives on Disney Plus or if it's just me, because I'm already a Disney fanatic, and then I have kids. But so they have like the princess collections, or they have the collections, the Star Wars collections, or whatever, and they try to like make these little like curated sections.
Yeah.
For a few years ago, maybe like 2 years ago, I was like browsing. I don't know if they still have it or not, but they had the Simpsons Predicts collection.
Oh, that's
so it had all of the ones that predicted that, so you don't have to go searching for it. It was just there.
That's fun.
I know. I don't know if it's still. Those. Yeah, I don't know if it's still like curated like that or not. But yeah, I was watching them.
Yeah, there's so many things that like they say.
But they so somebody did the mathematics on that because they only have like 10 billion episodes, that the probability it just keeps going.
Number keeps changing. Now
it started at 5,000.
And now they have 10 billion.
So now,
can you do that to my bank account?
It's manifestation. I'm just manifesting it. Okay. $10 billion on both of our bank accounts.
Let's do it. Let's go.
I mean, 25.
Let's go.
So anyways, as you know, The Simpsons has like 50 billion episodes. And they said that somebody did the math on it and said that the probability of them predicting things the way that they do is like 1 in 325. It's like because they have so many episodes that
the odds. You're talking about the odds
of it is... Yeah, like it's gonna happen because they have so many, and they're doing such outlandish things with like specific outlandish weird shit, and our world is getting weirdly outlandish and fucked up.
I know, and
it's already headed that way. So it's like
it's almost like the Truman Show, you know, where like everything is controlled, and Simpsons is like what's that other movie where the Mockingbird, not the Mockingbird, but where they're in the dome and they have to like fight.
Oh yeah,
I forget the name.
Mockingjay.
Why can't I remember the name?
I don't know.
It's so weird.
I didn't watch that though.
The Hunger Games.
That's the one. Because it was like
they control everything, you know.
Do they? I don't know. I didn't want to watch it. I was too scared.
So like The Simpsons, I'm saying it's like The Simpsons are like they're like controlling everything.
Yeah.
What if The Simpsons are like the real controllers? Like they're like
that would be so funny.
Like the writers and stuff.
They're really controlling it. Oh my god, there was an episode on like Are You Afraid of the Dark or one of those like Goosebumps or something or maybe it was like Black Mirror because they seem to be doing
Black Mirror.
I think it might have been Black Mirror because it was recent or Twilight Zone or something where there was like a town, there was like a little miniature town that some kid was playing with, and every time that the kid would move it, the real town would get all fucked up, and they had to find out where, like, what was going on. They found this little kid at the top of a church or something in like a church attic playing with, but because the little kid got a hold of it, but usually it was the pastor fucking with the shit.
Yeah.
But then some kid wandered up there and was fucking with it, and so all of a sudden there's like catastrophes happening because he's just like, oh, let's play.
He's a kid, so he's just playing.
Yeah.
Like, there's no rhyme or reason. He's just
and like the clock tower's falling over and shit like that. But yeah, it's
so we
spooky.
could just be little Lego men.
Yeah. Weird. Okay, so anyways, let's talk about the doo-doo. What does it stand for again?
Direct energy weapon.
That's the one. So, like I said before, I got all of my information from the U.S. Government Accountability Office, and that's gao.gov, and they kind of just... It's just an article that just kind of tells what they've done so far with it, what it is. So they are doing this so that way they're using energy instead. Pretty much they use energy instead of using bullets. And the pro for that would be that it would be less expensive, right? But here's like a catch. it might be less expensive, like dollar signs, money. But what about like energy? Is it renewable energy? Like what kind of energy is it? Because aren't we so worried about just the energy always running out? And like electricity, it's an energy
beam.
It's probably renewable, I would imagine, but like I don't know. I didn't look that up, and like it's kind of like, you know, that was just my thought.
Yeah, it's a ray.
Also, they're saying that it has unlimited firing power. Mm-hmm. So that way they don't ever run out of bullets or anything. It's just there, right? Mm-hmm. Some bad things about it is that they don't know the long-term health effects. So they don't know what the fuck they're doing to you or what any surrounding areas. Like, they're just beaming shit.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That makes sense. That
it's a shorter range than bullets, which seems not right, because why would it be a shorter range? I'm not contradicting, I'm just questioning everything on this website, like, or on the government documentation, because I think that they just tell us what they want us to hear. And then also the weather can get in the way. So if it's too foggy or if it's anything like that, then clouds, wind, anything. They actually have been testing this in New Mexico on White Sands Missile Range.
Oh.
So they actually have one, and I sent you the picture so you can post it.
Yeah.
Do whatever, work your media magic. So the electromagnetic energy that is the laser beam can either be used to just deter people or complete and total destruction. It's almost like a dial. So it's not just a one thing. It can just be little bits.
It's like how they can electrocute you at different...
Yeah, like voltages, but
so
this is like watts.
Watt. Oh,
this is watts.
That's interesting.
Kilowatts, I believe. Yeah. They can attack like a drone, just to fuck with its like information that it's sending.
But not actually completely
blow it up,
incapacitate it and make it...
Yeah, no. Yeah, so it can just deter it to be like, hey...
Well, no, it is incapacitated, but it's just not blown up.
Yeah, or if it keeps going to where the government doesn't want the drone to go to...
Like if they're telling turn it around,
pretty much. And then they don't, then they'll blow it up.
Yeah.
And they'll just do it higher and higher. So they use wavelength. Wavelengths through radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible light, and depending what is used, it can either go through metal or just through like human skin, depending on which voltage. But now you have me saying voltage.
Sorry, but yeah, I was just thinking about how like a dial, you can dial it.
So no matter what, it's like you said, it's always going at the speed of light. No matter what amount of power, no matter the size of the beam, no matter what, it's always going at the speed of light.
So I have something. Like, not to like interrupt, but a lot of the things that you just said, we cannot see with our eye. So if, let's say, the Maui was a direct energy weapon...
They wouldn't be able to see it.
You wouldn't be able to see it. There wouldn't be an image of it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know.
Yeah, and we'll get into that, too, in a minute. Just hold on.
I just never thought about that until you were going down the list.
Because that's why I wanted to know what it is, and this is,
Yeah, you wouldn't even know.
No, you would have no idea. So we use them in our everyday lives, just with very much less power, like a microwave, right? Like, that's the same thing. You nuke your food, you can nuke a missile. Yeah. You just gotta harness it more. And you don't see radio waves, you don't see microwaves, you don't see any waves.
No.
Yep.
Maybe animals do or something.
So, high energy lasers use 1 kilowatt of power and is 200,000 times greater than normal lasers that can cut through metal. So metal shops and stuff like that, like we don't have one at our shop, but they do have like lasers that like laser precision laser cuts.
I've seen it like on TV for like whatever.
That's like a real thing.
Yeah.
So the high energy lasers, 1 kilowatt power is 200,000 times greater than that.
Whoa.
But that particular high energy lasers can only do one item. Like, that's it. It's just like one thing.
Oh, okay.
It can't do, like, multiple items. But the millimeter wave weapons can do more than 1 kilowatt, more power, and it is a larger beam size, so it can do multiple things at once.
Oh.
And then a high
So it kind of goes down more like, a wider ray.
Yeah.
It's not as like...
It's not skinny. It's not tiny.
More,
yeah.
Linear. What's the word?
Linear?
Linear, maybe?
Wider,
right.
I guess, would be...
Just wider, right?
Yeah, wider. So then a high power microwave weapons, they are more than 100 megawatts. They affect multiple targets, and they have longer wavelengths, so they're even wider. So they, and like I said before, they can they can be as like minor or as lethal as they want them to be, just like I said, a dial, and they can turn up the intensity. For example, the DoD has tested this on humans.
Wait, they pointed at a human body?
Yeah, in an effect. Remember when I was like writing all this down, I'm like, ooh, it's getting good? We're getting good. So they've done this in an effect in an effort to like see if they could deter or deny people access if they're getting like too close to Area 51. They'll put that, they'll laser you.
Like a bear, like stop you?
Yeah. Want to know how? I'll tell you how. So, the millimeter waves interact with the water and the fat molecules in your body.
What?
And they have found that at low frequency, the human would start to heat up, and ultimately they would back away.
Oh, yeah.
And go away from this area.
They don't want to get burned. They feel like they're heating up. And it's cautionary. You're going to move back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see those beams.
No, you would just feel the heat.
You would just feel it, and you'd be like, oh, and so they found that when they do that to people, they just automatically go back. They don't like, they're not like, oh, what is this? Let's move forward. Like, they don't even know that it's happening.
Yeah.
They just subconsciously, because it's at such a low frequency.
Yeah.
And it's such a low thing that they're like, oh, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, let's go. It's just, like, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So they're like, eh. And then they can also use, it's called dazzling.
Dazzling. We talked about that in HARP.
Yeah.
Where they dazzle.
So what happens with that is it temporarily messes with sensors on drones or human vision.
Yes.
And so it makes you want to turn away too. From there, if you still haven't turned away, they'll just go stronger and stronger until like, poof, death.
Oh, yeah, they can incinerate you. Yeah.
So, yeah, and that is pretty much the rundown of the doo-doo. And FYI, we are not the only country to have this technology. It's actually worldwide in at least 30 nations, including China, France, Germany, the UK, Russia, India, and Pakistan. So pretty much like all the major players for sure have it. And they are thinking that Russia may have been the first to even get it, which is interesting, which reminds me of the moon landing, that Russia was actually the first to get to the moon unmanned.
Yeah, there was a whole
Russia
space race.
Yeah, Russia has been the first in technology for 80 years now. Mm-hmm. So what's like, sure, why not? Why wouldn't they have this, you know? What else is interesting, just speaking about the fires of Lahaina and just in general, there have been fires in Canada, Greece, Chile, Italy, Spain. These places that are not usually consumed by wildfires are being consumed by wildfires. Yeah. Like Canada, there's so many wildfires right now. There's like over 1,000 just burning up there, which is insane.
It's really big too, right?
Yeah. And these places don't usually have them. I mean, we're in California. We're used to them. We're in the #1 state for wildfires. Mm-hmm. I don't think that you can step foot in a place that has not been affected by a wildfire in the last, 50 years, or 20 years even. They're just everywhere. We're always on fire.
Fires around us. My cousin was going to get evacuated in California recently.
Dude,
one of the ladies I work with she was going to have to evacuate her horses.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're just used to it. It's all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There was a fire just up the road. Like, I mean, up the road, maybe a mile up, and it was being evacuated. Mm-hmm. Like, a mile away from us, but we're like, there's a million houses between there and there, but still, like, we're fine. But
really close to
still,
home, though.
Yeah, but we're used to it, so we're like, oh, just a mile, we're fine.
Yeah.
They still have to go through all those houses, like, we'll be fine. You know, but we're used to it. But these other states aren't. For example, Oregon, Washington, they might be, but they're really like wet up there. But
very wet, yeah.
Yeah. So Florida, Idaho, Montana, Colorado, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, North Carolina. These states do not usually get the amount of wildfires. Mm-hmm. So whatever's going on, whether it is Project Bluebeam, HARP, whatever it is, or not, coincidence, climate change, Earth, atmosphere, SpaceX poking holes in the fucking atmosphere and shit, and the ozone layer. I don't know. But I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention that wildfires are kind of ramping up and things are occurring. So,
I mean, it is fire season. This is when we get a lot of fires.
For us,
California.
Yeah.
This is our fire season.
And we're not even there yet. October's fire season.
But we're ramping.
We're
getting close to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what is today? We are...
August.
We're August.
Yeah, we're still... It was like hurricane season for...
Oh, yeah, we had a hurricane warning here.
We've never had a hurricane here, and Hurricane Hillary hit us instead of Florida, because Florida, it's hurricane season for Florida, Louisiana, all those places over there. But we're on the West Coast. What?
From Mexico all the way up past, like, Las Vegas, right? It was like a straight line.
Yeah, but they just got like rain up in Las Vegas. But yeah.
But it was bad in Mexico though, and like and
then as we're having the hurricane, an earthquake happened. That was 5.1 magnitude or something crazy. Mm-hmm. Dude, I don't know. I think that people really thought that we were going to fall in the ocean this time.
But the crazy thing is that with Hurricane Hillary, that was the first hurricane warning that we had here in 80 plus years.
Yeah, the last hurricane that came through here, or that even started as a hurricane and we got the tropical storm or whatever, was in 1938 or something. It was ever ago. And, that's the last time, recorded. Mm-hmm. It could have happened, bunches of times before that. We have no idea. Because they didn't start recording shit over on this side until probably the late 1800s. Nobody's even over here. We were the Wild West out here.
We were for a little
You
while.
had to go through the Oregon Trail and shit. People died. Donner Party died. Ate each other trying to get
dysentery.
Yeah, the dysentery.
I'm laughing only not because I think it's funny.
Oregon Trail.
Because we in California, we grew up with the game in school.
I think everybody did.
Everybody did, or is that just a Californian thing?
I don't know, but it was called the Oregon Trail, and everybody always died of dysentery.
It was it was like a game that you played in school to
on the
learn.
Computer.
And everybody died of, it's like, you always died of dysentery. Like that was...
I just remember my oxen would die.
Yeah.
Or I'd lose a wheel.
Yeah, a wagon wheel. Or somebody would drown. Like they would have people drown.
My ox would drown.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard out there on the Oregon Trail.
I think that's what they were trying to tell us.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
Anyways, so some crazy shit's going down in the world. And...
Stay safe out there, people.
Yeah, stay safe, stay sane. Don't believe the media. Do your own research or just listen to us.
Yeah, and even the media hyped up Hillary because
oh my God.
Hurricane Hillary, at least where I live.
I had people messaging me being like, are you okay? And I'm like, it's not even raining. Like, what do you, and they were like, it says it's pouring there. And I'm like, it's not even fucking raining.
We got...
I sent the picture of blue skies, nothing.
Yeah, we got, a good, maybe
4 or 5 hours, I want to say. Downpour, and that was it.
Yeah, and the thing is I remember it worse because you know where I live, I have lots of palm trees around my house. Remember
the trees over here?
Remember the huge pile of leaves I had in the backyard? I had to have a junk company come
because
and
of all
pick
the
up
palm
just the palm tree leaf things that
palm fronds
had fallen, which they needed to be trimmed anyway, so thank you nature for trimming them for me. But that was worse, and that wasn't even a hurricane.
No, I know.
That was just wind.
Over here we had trees. Remember in the middle of the road?
The eucalyptus tree fell.
Yeah, all the trees over here, like in the middle of the road, guys. In the middle of the fucking road.
In the city.
After a regular storm, there's just trees in the road.
Windy. It was windy.
It was windy, and then same with like our awnings and all that.
Yeah.
They were just.
Well, yeah, people were like taking their awnings and stuff.
We took ours down, but I don't even think it would have. I don't think we needed to.
Well, it was precaution, but yeah.
But seriously, I think that there's been worse.
Yeah.
Just from a storm.
Yeah, and the stuff that fell was not even from Hillary, the eucalyptus tree.
No, that was just last March.
It's just wind, like normal.
Yeah, just normal wind.
California wind.
Yeah. I don't know.
So it's just like they hyped
it up so gnarly.
So
I thought that we would just be dead. Like I thought that for sure. Like school wouldn't be in session the next day.
People were like clearing out stores for water and stuff.
I know.
Like the owner of my work was like, I just came back from Costco and like everybody's doing COVID buying, basically like panic buying.
Oh my god! I wonder how much toilet paper is left.
They didn't even need any of it. I'm sure they used it, but
they will eventually.
Yeah.
But. Okay, well, that was our doo-doo show.
Californians can't handle rain.
And the world's on fire. Have a great evening. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to
share, like, and subscribe. And you can follow us on Conspiracies Unlocked on all social media.
And email us conspiraciesunlocked@gmail.com. Thank you.
Bye.